So 5 hours at the range with this rifle. I liked it a lot. First, thanks to Hajimoto Productions. They shared a bunch of the pictures they took. They have a great teardown video on Facebook showing what's in this rifle. They also pointed out that, hey, that foregrip, it's a piece of crap. It pushes against the shroud. My suggestion, get rid of it. You don't have POI shift issues. It helps tremendously. This rifle, trigger pull, was between 1 and 1.5 pounds. We tried a few different times. You know, some people call it mushy. I was actually pretty happy with it. It worked. It was functional. Not a target trigger, more of a hunting trigger. Now, on screen, you know what? We shot 10 different pellets at 25 yards, and it did a really great job. It loved some of them. I was actually surprised at how non-pellet picky at 25 yards this rifle is. We pulled it out to 50 yards. We pulled it out. Hey, guess what? We went to 100 yards with this thing. I wasn't kidding about it not being pellet picky. Standard bid box door, Crosswind Premiers, 10 shots. Predator GTOs had a little problem with. I think that was because the wind was picking up. Here are the H&M Barracuda heavier ones. It didn't really like them that much. H&M Barracuda Greens, still a decent group. We did get a little vertical banding there. Went on to the H&M Trophy Field Target Greens. It did pretty good. Ignore the 2 shots on the left. Hunter Extremes, 10 shots. Amazing. We'll went on to try these in 50 yards. Same with the Sniper Lights. These did great. GSB 15.89s, they did phenomenal, as did the GSB 18.13s. And finally, to my surprise, even though I had to individually load them, the Predator Polymags did amazingly well at 25 yards also. Alright, we're stretching out to 50 yards, but first I want to point out on screen, Utah Airguns. Thank you guys so much. I know this is not a sponsored review. I did purchase this airgun myself. I purchased the Gauntlet from Utah Airguns. It's currently December 2017. It's almost impossible to find a Gauntlet in stock anywhere. Weather showed that I had a day in the 60s coming up. Utah Airguns was able to get me one overnighted for a reasonable price, so I thank you for that. Now, on screen we have the 4 pellets that did best at 50 yards. You'll notice the crosswinds are not on here for some reason. The crosswind just did not want to group well at 50. The wind was starting to pick up a little bit, and you know, at this point I'm 4 hours into shooting. I was at the range for 5 hours just on the Gauntlet. The groups are not the greatest groups, but these are 10-shot groups at 50 yards. I'm an average shooter. I'm not cherry-picking groups. You're getting the one group I shot with each of these pellets. The only time that's even a little different will be when I bring it out to 100 yards, because it did take me a little bit to get dialed in for range at that point. But as you can see, these are 3-inch targets, 3-inch Birchwood Casey shoot and see targets. The grouping, these 10-shot groups are still pretty amazing for a sub $300 PCP rifle. Okay, now we're going to take it out to 100 yards, and the 2 pellets that worked best before the wind really started to pick up were the JSB Exact 15.89s and the H&M Barracuda Hunter Extremes. This is at 100 yards. You can tell the second group we had a little more wind than the first that picked in, but you know, overall, that first group with the JSB Exact 15.89s, if we hadn't had that wind, we would have had a full 10-shot magazine in under 3 inches. They would have all fit on that target. Really impressive. Now for the shot string. This was 60 shots with the Crosswind Premier hollow points before we really started to drop off a regulator. And, you know, with this regulated bottle on the Gauntlet, you're going to get 60 solid shots. We had under a 4% extreme spread. You know, these weren't the most high-quality pellets. I wouldn't be surprised with those JSB 15.89s or those Barracuda Hunter Extremes or, you know, other of the premium pellets that you'd see that shorten up a little bit. I wouldn't be surprised to see 2 to 3% spread there. Our average FPS was 838.7 feet per second, and that gave us an average foot-pound energy of 22.34. Overall, we're just talking about a spread of 30 feet per second between our low and our high on this string. You know, it's pretty impressive. For a sub $300 regulated rifle, the Umarex Gauntlet is definitely going to be one of the ones to beat. And it's new on the market right now in December 2017. as they start to refine it a little bit, it's just going to get better and better as a rifle choice. So in closing, I really, really was impressed with this Umarex Gauntlet. One quick note, on the magazines, they look and they are identical and interchangeable with the Benjamin Marauder ones. Some people do report that they see some problems. Now, I like the rifle, but it did have its problems. As I said, the front bottle was a little loose. The bolt was, for lack of a better word, it was on the rough side. Now, please note, this is not a sponsored, I repeat, this is not a sponsored review. This is one that I did myself. I purchased a rifle, and the review that you get is what you see. So, there needs to be some upgrades to it. I really am not a fan, I'll repeat it again, of the front foregrip. It doesn't stop the rifle from being an amazing rifle, and to be honest, at this time, it's probably one of, if not the best entry-level bench PCPs on the market. It definitely has some room for growth and improvement, but like I said, I don't think that it is the absolute best entry-level out there. It does need a little bit of work, but as far as bench guns go, it should be great. Watch out for that bolt, watch out for that front foregrip, and you should be good to go. This is Tony from Airgun Marketplace and Airguns ARP and Airgun Market. Thanks. Sure to check out some of our other videos. Have a great day, and go out and have some fun.